Some people aren't used because they are weak. They are used because they never learned how to say no. If you are one of such people, then this story is for you. Once upon a time, in a city of shoes, there lived a man called Daniel. Daniel believed being good meant never saying no. He grew up hearing phrases like, "Be patient, be understanding, don't cause trouble." So he learned to smile when tired. He learned to give even when empty. He learned to put others first even when they never returned the favor. At work, co-workers dumped tasks on him because he wouldn't complain. Friends only called when they needed something. Family praised his generosity but ignored his exhaustion. And when Daniel finally needed help, everyone was busy. That was the first crack. One evening, Daniel sat alone, scrolling through his phone. So many contacts, so few real connections. He realized something painful. People didn't value his kindness. They depended on his silence. Being available all the time had made him convenient, not respected. And convenience is easy to abuse. One day, a friend asked Daniel for money again. Daniel hesitated. He had bills. He was struggling. "I can't this time," he said softly. The friend laughed. "Come on, you always say that and still help." That sentence hit him like a slap. Always. Daniel helped anyway. That night he couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling and finally admitted the truth. "I'm not being kind. I'm being afraid. Afraid of rejection. Afraid of disappointing people. Afraid of losing approval." And fear had made him easy to use. The next morning, Daniel wrote one sentence in a notebook. "Kindness without boundaries is self-betrayal." For the first time, he questioned his beliefs. What if saying no wasn't cruelty? What if protecting his energy wasn't selfish? What if people who truly cared wouldn't disappear when he stopped overgiving? That thought scared him, but it also gave him strength. Later that week, a co-worker tried to dump extra work on him. Normally, Daniel would agree instantly. This time, his heart raced, but he spoke. "I can't take that on." Silence. The coworker frowned. "Why not?" Daniel breathed. "Because I already have enough." No apology, no explanation. Just truth. The world didn't end, and something unexpected happened. The coworker walked away. Daniel felt shaky, but proud. As weeks passed, Daniel changed. He stopped answering every call. He stopped explaining every boundary. He stopped rescuing people from problems they refused to fix themselves. And yes, some people disappeared. They called him changed. They called him selfish. They called him not the same. They were right. He was no longer easy to use. And in that loss, Daniel found peace. One night, someone who had ignored Daniel for months suddenly called. They needed help. Daniel listened quietly. Then he said something that once felt impossible. "I can't do that for you." The line went silent. Then came guilt, tripping, then anger. Then the call ended. Daniel sat there, heart pounding. But for the first time in his life, he didn't feel empty. He felt free. Daniel learned something life-changing. People who only value what you give will disappear when you stop giving boundaries. Reveal intentions. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. Saying no doesn't make you bad, it makes you honest. He didn't stop being kind. He stopped being available to disrespect. If you feel used, it doesn't mean you are weak. It means you are generous in a world that doesn't always deserve it. But remember this, you are not required to sacrifice yourself to prove your worth. You are not obligated to fix everyone. You are not selfish for choosing yourself. The moment you stop being afraid of losing people is the moment people stop being able to use you. Be kind, but be firm. Be generous, but be selective. Because the strongest people are not the ones who give everything away. They are the ones who know when to stop.